Hi everyone, this is B, and today I want to share with you a story about this little boy named Tyler. Tyler absolutely loves his daddy. In Tyler's eyes, his daddy can do anything. He's smart, he's strong, and he can fix anything. And when it comes to spending time with his dad, he loves it, especially at dinner time because his daddy is the jalapeno pepper champion. His daddy could take down jalapeno peppers, his eyes wouldn't water, and he wouldn't even flinch. And Tyler wanted to be just like his dad. So every night at dinner, night after night, Tyler would beg his parents to please let him have a jalapeno pepper. And night after night, his mom and his dad would both tell him, no, you're not ready, you're not old enough, you can't handle it right now. So one night, Tyler decided to try a different approach from the usual whining. He decided to mimic his dad because he had watched how his dad would behave when he was trying to convince his wife or Tyler's mom to allow him to go to the game or to go play golf or something. So at dinner time this particular night, Tyler sat at the table and he looked at his dad with a stone face and he said, "Dad, it's just that I want to be a man just like you." And with a half a grin, his dad looked at him and said, "Oh, really? So you think you're ready to be a man?" Tyler sat straight up in his chair and he said, "Yes, sir, I do." His mom said, "Nicholas, no." But Tyler's dad looked at his wife and said, "Wait a minute, baby. If the boy thinks he's ready to be a man, I think we ought to give him the chance." And then he winked his eye at his wife. But Tyler saw that wink and he thought to himself, they still don't think I'm ready, but I'll show them. So Tyler's dad reached over and he pulled out the jar of jalapeno peppers and he opened the lid and he said, "Okay, son, I'll let you try one, but only a small taste." He said, "This is what we're going to do. You're going to hold back your head, you're going to stick out your tongue, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of the jalapeno pepper juice on your tongue." Tyler said, "But Dad," he said, "Nope, either this or nothing." Tyler hesitated for a moment and then he said, "Okay," because he had made up in his mind that he was going to prove to his mom and dad that he was ready. And so Tyler's dad slowly pulled out the jalapeno pepper. Tyler held back his head and he stuck out his tongue. And just as Tyler's dad was about to dab the jalapeno pepper on Tyler's tongue, Tyler reached up, bit it, and chunked off half of the pepper and quickly started chewing it. Tyler's mom yelled, "Tyler!" And then she looked at her husband and said, "See, Nicholas, I told you that this was a bad idea." Tyler felt victorious, but only for a short minute, because as he was chomping away at the pepper, he could feel the heat on his tongue, throughout his mouth, and then down his throat as he swallowed. His eyes got big and they began to water. And then he yelled, "Water!" And so he reached over and he grabbed his juice cup and he guzzled down all of the juice. And then when all of that was gone, he reached in and he got the ice and he went to icing his tongue. And then when that didn't work, he went to fanning away at his tongue, desperately trying to fan away the heat. And then he thought again, "Water!" And he jumped up to run over to the sink. But he paused for a short moment, just enough time to notice that his mom was scolding his dad, who was laughing hysterically. Tyler thought to himself, this was all a setup. After a minute, Tyler's dad stood up, he walked over to the refrigerator, he poured his son a glass of milk, and then he handed it to him along with a slice of bread. And he said, "Here, son, it'll take a minute, but this will help." Sometimes we ask God for things that God knows that we aren't ready for. We whine and we complain until we get what we want. Sometimes when God is trying to test us with an inch, we try to prove to him that we know better by taking the whole mile. God blesses us in our due season. He wants to see us blessed. He wants us to prosper, but only when he knows that we're ready and when we can keep it and maintain it without getting in trouble. There are some of you that are asking God to please bless your business or help you start a new business. But before you continue to whine and complain like I sometimes do, stop and take a short assessment of yourself. Look around and ask, am I organized? Am I truly ready to put in the man hours that is going to require to continue to maintain this growth in business that I'm begging God for? Am I willing to make the financial investment that it's going to require? You see, some of you are asking others to sacrifice and make an investment in you when you aren't willing to sacrifice and make an investment in you. There are those of you who are asking God for a house, but you hate to clean. You're asking God to provide you with a nicer car, but you complain already about the car that you have and having to put gas in it. There are some of you who are asking God for a spouse, but you don't want to compromise. And marriage is all about compromise. Your blessings are coming, but in order to be ready, you must first get ready. And being ready requires being reliable, responsible, and obedient, not only to God, but to the very thing that you are asking God for. God wants to bless you, and He will bless you, but only in your due season, because He doesn't want you to be like little Tyler. He doesn't want you to bite off more than you can chew, because God knows that if you aren't ready, it'll be too hot to handle. This has been First Lady B. I hope this has been a blessing for you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.